Hello, this is Roddy from Melodics, and today we're going to have a quick look through some of the new practice mode features, and we're also going to talk a little bit about when is a good idea to start using them. Now, the reason you might want to use features like practice mode is to allow you to spend more time at what we call your learning edge. And so this is the area where challenge meets ability, where the lesson is just a little bit harder perhaps than your current ability is able to play, but that's also really the space where a lot of growth happens and a lot of learning happens. A good analogy perhaps is going to the gym and then not really pushing yourself, spending a lot of time doing things that are already quite easy for you. So the idea is that you find something that's just feels a little bit out of your reach at the moment, and then use the practice mode tool to be able to close that gap, to be able to pick an area, zoom in with focus, slow things down, and build your way back up step by step to build a great result. So let's dive in and check out some of the features. Let's just have a listen to the pre-play screen here, because this is what we'll be demonstrating the practice mode features with. Okay, so we can hear there's two sections there. There's a couple of chords and then there's an arpeggio. So let's move into the play screen, and from there we'll go straight into practice mode. So the first thing you might notice is that there is now a Bpm slider up the top right hand side. Bpm stands for beats per minute, and it just refers to how fast the song's tempo is. So let's have a listen to what that sounds like. We've made a few improvements underneath the hood, and they basically keep it sounding good and in tune when you slow things down. Let's have a listen. So we can even go down to like Neo from the Matrix sort of levels here. But most commonly you probably want to stay within about 30 to 50% of the original tempo. But yeah, that goes both ways. You can speed up too to give yourself a bit of an extra challenge. So now let's take a look at how you might actually use practice mode to help you drill down on a particular part of a song. So the first thing we want to do is zoom in and focus on the part we want to work on, and we do that by setting a loop. And this is the same, by the way, for all instruments, even though I'm demonstrating on keys. So once we set a loop, we have to decide where that loop starts and where that loop finishes. So I'll drag these two cue points to the start and end sections and hit OK. Now I'm going to engage wait mode in order to really sort of concentrate on hitting the right notes. What wait mode will do is it'll have the playhead wait until I've actually hit all three of those notes in the chord at the same time, and then the playhead will move forward. And that really helps to be able to drill down between chord changes, or even just where you need to give yourself a little bit more time to get some of the physical movements feeling comfortable. Alright, so that is wait mode. The next thing we're going to look at is how to use Auto Bpm. So this is a way that you don't have to keep going back to your tempo slider. What I'll do is look at a new section of the track. I'll focus on the second arpeggio bit. So I'll move the loop points and I'll zoom in on one bar here because this pattern just repeats for a bit anyhow. Okay, so now I'll engage Auto Bpm, turning off wait mode, and you'll see that I have the option to set a threshold. So what that means is that in order to get the tempo slider to move up, the BPM to increase, I can either hit 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, or I can get everything perfect. So I'll just set the threshold low at 1 star and I'll move the tempo down to 70 BPM. And let's see how this feels. So every time I get this loop correct at 1 star, it will give me a boost in the BPM, and I'll be able to hear that by a little indicator sound. So let's have a look and see how this feels. There's the sound. All right. So now every time that I play this pattern correctly, I'm going to get a little boost in BPM, and I'll know that I've gotten that boost because I'll hear this sound. And that'll take me all the way back up to the original BPM. Now, one other way to use the tempo slider, of course, is to push yourself a little bit harder and to increase it. Now, this isn't going to be so great for Auto Bpm because it'll keep slowing you back down. It's always going to try and find the original tempo. But let's just try speeding it up a bit. But this could be helpful once you're already comfortable with a pattern and that you want to test yourself a little bit more. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough of some of the practice mode features. Remember, they're designed to be very open. At the end of the day, they're tools. They're designed to help you practice in the way that best suits you. So don't feel you need to use all of the tools for every situation. Just find the ones that make the most sense at the time and feel best for you. If you'd like to share ways that you're using these tools, please join the community and join in the conversation. And from the team at Melodics, good luck and happy practicing.